On today's episode, we are exploring more on the DIY heart bag tutorial. If you watched the last video we made on this metallic bag, you will understand that we use the standard steps that you can see online to make this one, and we came out with something beautiful. Yes, and we also explored other few tips. Before I go into it, I want to just show you the steps that we are going to explore here. First of all, you get your bead and then you make your half hearts. Yes, you can see in this marshmallow we made these half patterns. We just made the half halves, and once we are done with this, the next step is to join them together. And I made this one out here, and I'm showing you how it's going to look like. And if you also noticed that we are using how many rows here, we are using only 5 rows to explore on this. Now we went ahead to join the half hearts together to get 2 full hearts, and I will show you that one shortly. I want you to note, as you can see, the whole heart here. We are here to join it. Now note, this is a 5-row project, and also the traditional patterned one that you can see easily. In the project for today, we are going to really explore a rather different design. So let us show you the end of this project. Now go ahead, join this project to get your complete mini bag, and let's move to the next. And voila, you can see this is beautiful and very traditional. The only difference is that we had to join it in the middle, and also it is using the normal traditional pattern of 5-row. Yes, and if you watch the metallic project we made the other time, you understand all the rows, what happens in each row. Now we are going to explore further with a new project. Before we go further, I need to illustrate working with 5 mini bag, also making a row 6, as well as using row 7 and also manipulating it, because that is what this project is all about. Now let's get to the drawing board. Sketch your heart shape. Note that this is a traditional method. Now outline your rows, row 1 to 5. After outlining your rows, each row 1 has 3 columns, row 2 has 4 columns, row 3 has 5 columns, and is this at the top. Okay, we'll get there. Then subsequent rows will also have 5 columns. That is how we'll know the traditional method. So you also repeat that for the other side. So now in each column you have, for row 1, you know the outline, 5 beads, 6 beads and all that. So the subsequent row, that is the next row, you have 6 beads. The third row, that is where the subsequent columns start reducing, the turning point where you start initiating your curve. And the other ones, we have 6. The last row and the last column, we have 5 beads. This is really important, because when we start, that's how you are going to do your manipulation. Now let's go on for sketching the 6-row heart bead. In this one, as usual, you highlight your normal rows. So you have row 1 to 6. Now, as usual, your column will still bear, the first one will bear 3 columns, right? Which has 5, 6, 5 beads. Now the second row will have, because it's a 6-row bead, the second will have 4, the third will have 5 columns. Yes, then the fourth we have 6 columns. That fourth one, at the tip, at the edge, you are going to have 5 beads, and the subsequent one will be 6, 6. Note that for each of the beads, once you get to the fourth one, at the edge where you have 5 beads, that is where the turning point for curving the heart starts. So, and that is how you start up your curving. For the 7th row, the pattern, the template is still similar, so we just go ahead. Let us look at it. Your sketch, your diagrammatic sketch. After doing your diagrammatic sketch, you outline your rows, right? That is row 1, row 2, row 3 to 7. right? So which I am doing here. Now after that, you also attach your columns. Row 1, we have as usual three columns. Row 2, we have 4 columns. Row 3, we have 5 columns. Let us follow through. Then row 4, we have 6 columns. Remember, we are going to 7, right? Row 5, we have 7 columns. So it is at this part, the top, you add your 5 because your 5 beads, and that is where the curvature starts. Then the subsequent 2 rows will be 7 columns, right? Yeah, so that is how it is. And now from this knowledge, we are going to work on how to manipulate the beads, and this will affect the shape of the bead at the end of the day. Now let us go to the manipulation. Now you go ahead and sketch your diagram. It's going to be a 7 row. In the previous 7th row, at row 5, that was when you added your 5, but in this case it will be row 4. So you are shifting where you're going to add the 5 from row 5 to row 4 instead of the usual. You notice it will change the shape, overall shape of the bead. You shift it further. So once you shift it further, maybe to row 5, you notice that the shape of the bag will look different. That is just how to manipulate this, and you have manipulated the entire shape. Now let's get into the project and we'll see how it was done practically. I'll be using multicolor bead, and let us see how this one works out. This triangular shaped bead is a marigold kind of pattern and project I made some time ago. So now I want to loosen it. I will remove some of the beads that I don't want to use in the project, and I'm also going to, you can see I have been able to loosen the beads. I managed to sort all the greens, all the shades of greens, sort it out, then, and also other contrasting colors I'm going to use. Now offline, I made this bead 2 halves. I made one normal and the other one manipulating one side. These 2 beads are 7 rows. The only difference is that one is manipulated, the other one is normal. Can you spot the difference? You spot it from the rows. You'll be able to count it. So one that is 4 rows, you see at the top has 5. The other one that is 5 rows, at the top has 5. So that's how you're going to know. And now I'm going to join it with this bead, this orange bead, and you'll see how it came out. This is the usual way, right? So let us go to it. Here I have been able to join this one, and I'm loving how it looks like. Very simple and contrasting. So I managed. So this is just the simple, the normal process we've been taking before. There's no new here. So I'm going ahead to also join the other one. So once I'm done, I would add to the sides. After adding to the sides, then I will stitch them together. Yeah, and before we join this, I have to change this row. Make sure that they are all the same. Yes, I don't want one to be normal, the other one will be manipulated, because this project is a manipulated 7-row mini bag. Yeah, and everything I'm going to do here will be manipulated. So when you are doing yours, you see the shape, how it changed. It can be confusing because this is a multicolor green shades, but then once you know which one is, you know how to handle it. So let's get to it and try to join this, and after joining it, then we can move on to the next step. Okay, so in this project, please, if you're following me and you're getting knowledge, kindly subscribe. Do not forget to hit the notification button so that whenever I post videos like this, you'll be able to get it and connect with me. Also let me know what you think. Okay, so now let us get to it ASAP. So offline, I went ahead to join the sides and join the other side. So I'm practically almost done. So I've joined the 2 leaves together. What is now remaining is to just stitch them together. So you're seeing how the shape is looking like already. It's looking a little off from what the usual one we usually have is. So I've joined this and I am ready to stitch it together, and you're going to see the distinct joining there, so it gives you an idea of what where we'll join them. These are my beads remaining. I didn't want to use seeds. Yes. Also know that that initial bead that I used earlier, no, wasn't enough, so I had to get other shades of green in my stash to continue. So let's go ahead and stitch it. So I use this to experiment to know how it's really going to use, and why I made this alteration is because I want the size of the beads we are quite smaller, so I wanted to use it to understand it. So I still have some beads remaining, so I wanted to show you the bag came out and it's really looking fine. This is one of the projects that I made. Is different and unique from the other one. So let me know what you think, and let me know if you have suggestions, comments, and all that. You know the drill. So here I have already joined the site, and here is the final look. Here you can see I just concluded this. I've not even cut off the thread, so I wanted to show you. Now see the shape, how it is looking like. It's because of the alteration I made at row 4, and where I'm supposed to add 5, I moved to the next row and I added 5. As you can see, it has more obtuse shape. Anyway, this is what I came up with in the previous video that I made. If you have not watched it, please kindly click in on the link and watch that one. So there are a few alterations that you encounter at the bottom when you're making it, and I'll address that in a new video. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have fun beading. If you have any question or comments or whatsoever, let me know so that I can explain further. Anyway, thank you so much, and bye.